Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Are you still looking for ways to stock up and add to your prepper pantry? Well, here's a new suggestion. A technique that I've been trying lately is the 26 can method. 26 cans, how did I choose that number? Well, if you look at there's 52 weeks in a year, half of the year then is 26 weeks. When you go to the grocery store, you can stock up on food a case at a time. There's 12 cans per case. If you buy 2 cases, you have 24. That's not exactly enough for half of the year, and so I add 2 more. Then when I get home, then I can take the 2 cans that are loose, put those right into the working pantry, into the meal rotation, and set the 2 cases of food aside. I don't have to break into them yet. Then I have 26 items for half of the year of the things that I want to buy. If you can make your meal plan around pantry food items, then you can buy 26 of each item that'll make that meal. Figure out what are the items that you need to make a meal, and then you buy 26 of those, and you have a whole meal that you can make once a week for 26 weeks. You can have a meal as simple as a can of chicken, a can of green beans, and a package of a pasta mix. Depending on the size of your family, this could be a whole meal. But if you have a larger family, of course, you're going to have to add more food to it. But just with these 3 items, if you had 26 of each of these in your pantry, then you would have a meal that you could make once a week for 6 months. Another meal that I like to make is an easy chicken chili. I take a can of chicken, a can of white beans, and half of a jar of a green salsa. Then if I have the cans of chicken, a can of beans, and a jar of sauce, I can make this meal 26 times. And I have enough to have one meal for 26 weeks or 6 months. Another easy meal that I like to make is a can of ham, a can of southwestern beans, and a half a package of some kind of a pasta noodle, and I can make a quick and easy casserole. How about a can of turkey and a box of stuffing mix? I like to add chopped up apple and dried cranberries to my stuffing mix. It's really limitless the way you can put things together. Look through the foods that you have, figure out how you can combine them. How about some spicy chicken quesadilla soup served with some cornbread? Chicken and dumplings with a can of mixed vegetables. I have a creamy potato soup with bacon and cheese. I can add another can of sliced potatoes to bulk it up, or serve it over a package of mashed potatoes. A jar of pasta sauce and a half a package of noodles. Add in any veggies that you like. Think of your family favorites, the ingredients that you like to incorporate into your recipes, and stock up on those foods. Remember to include the sauces and seasonings, the special ingredients that you use when you're cooking. Make sure you have enough to last for 6 months. One trick that I have, if the food seems kind of mushy, toss in a can of drained corn or some water chestnuts. It gives a little crunch to something that might have otherwise turned out pretty blah. Think about the recipes that you enjoy making and the different ingredients that go with them. Then if you want to make that meal once a week, you can buy 26 packages of it, put 2 in your pantry to eat for the next 2 weeks, and then set the other 24 aside so that you have then meals you can make and feed your family. Meet that meal once a week for 26 weeks, which is half of the year. If you come up with 7 different meals, you have all of your dinner provided for the next 6 months. If you come up with 14 different meals, 26 cans of each, then you're going to have an entire year's worth of food in your pantry and your stockpile. No one can do this all at once. It would be far too expensive. Little at a time, think of a meal you can make, figure out how you can make it with foods just from your pantry, and then buy several of them so that you have them stockpiled away. 26 cans for 26 weeks just makes sense to me at this time, and that's how I'm trying to bulk up and add to my prepper pantry. Do what works for you. If you can only buy 1 can at a time, get 1. If you can buy 26, go ahead and get that. because the more food that you have on hand, that you know how to cook with it, and your family is willing to eat it, the better off you're going to be on any night of the week when your family is hungry and looking for a meal. So make the best with what you have. Prepare so that you have things on hand to keep eating and feeding your family no matter what the future brings. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.